So I've been trying to do the Five Nights at Freddy's review, but I haven't had the time to watch the film because of finals and all that. I just wanted to do a quick review just to get it out of the way, and I might have a better review in the future. But long story short, what I recall from watching the film was it was very well done, but the direction was kind of weird and it wasn't my cup of tea. I expected it to be R-rated and I expected it to be grungy, violent, and gory, but what we got was a children's horror story. The half-assed plot was made just to set up the film franchise, which kind of sucks because the film's not that deep like I would have thought it would be, and it's in its own universe separate from the games, which I really find annoying because I really wanted the Silver Eyes as an adaptation, though that's not what we got. They put a lot of detail in the film. There was a lot of things, Easter eggs and stuff and whatnot, if you're a fan. But watching this from just a audience perspective, it wasn't that critical of a film. It was very, very plain, and you could tell Josh Hutcherson he was trying his best at it. I see people online saying that, and I genuinely believe that he probably had the best acting in the film. And it was very, very cheesy, and it was irritatingly cheesy, and Matt Pat's lines sucked. They made me cringe. The film was not made for the first generation of FNAF goers, if I'm gonna be honest. Because anything would have been better than the plot we got. The plot was this guy takes drugs to fall asleep and go into his dreams to try to find his missing brother. That's alright, except the film definitely had more sci-fi elements than I would have expected. I wish it would have been non-sci-fi and more just pure horror. Because I think the mystery in this whole game franchise is what made the game franchise. And removing that mystery and putting a film out that's just action, that just does not work well. If you look at the reviews, they're clearly not that well. A lot of cringe 12-year-olds on the internet are claiming that it's a great, great film and that they're super glad that the film existed, which I completely disagree with because the film kind of sucked. If you watch the scene by scene, it's not that well done at all. The camera shots are so weird looking that an indie filmmaker would have done better. Warner Brothers would have done better. I was disappointed when they said Blumhouse was taking over because while you get more creative freedom in Blumhouse, Warner Brothers has more of a definitive franchises, and they're known for Hollywood classics, which I would have rather gotten. Rather gotten a Warner Brothers film that was controlled by them than what we got with the director Emma Tammy, or whatever her name is. The film we got was disappointing and it seemed like a money grab because they didn't actually do too much and it wasn't that deep of a film. The story wasn't that complex. And it was basically Goosebumps, if I'm gonna be honest. What I think of the film is it kind of sucked. So I appreciated them making the film because it's not the worst film. I can't say it's the worst film I've ever seen. It's all right. It's okay. It's not my cup of tea, but it might be yours. But just let me know in the comments what you think because I personally thought it was a really mixed bag with not that much to appreciate about it other than the fact that they finally made it after years and years of saying it's in development. But I honestly, genuinely, this is a hot take, but I would have rather had the guy who directed the new Poltergeist in it than this woman. I shouldn't say woman because people are going to call me sexist. This director, I would have rather had the other director. So let me know in the comments because I will definitely do a more in-depth version of this review in the future. But I personally just don't have too much time right now and I'm tired and my sleep schedule's off, and I'm gonna be honest, I've been working till 1 in the morning and I had to go to classes during the weekdays in the morning, so I've just been getting like 4 to 6 hours of sleep for the past semester, if I'm gonna be honest. So for all you people that claim, oh, I can't live without 8 hours of sleep, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm not really trying to compare myself right now, but I'm just saying it's not the worst thing that can happen to get 6 hours of sleep, though I know it's probably the reason I'm always irritated, so. Another issue I have with the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is the fact that they're always pandering to little children, which I really hate because it started a whole niche of weird indie games and it's honestly starting to get cringe because it just lost its magic after it got in the mainstream. I just don't like the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise right now because it's pandering too much to children and I wish it was more brutal and more mature. And I wish there was more mature themes, please make the games more mature, please. Because what we're getting now is just super cheesy sci-fi horror with the cheesiest jump scares, and I know jump scares are cheesy to begin with, But they were just nicer when it was the first four games, and then Sister Location came along and it just ruined everything. So that's my honest opinion. And also, if you want to see this avatar more, then just let me know because I don't know whether or not you guys want to see this or my real face. I don't really care. Get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom, and your mind is moving low.